Right then, Aussie dollar. What we got here, folks? We are in a severely strong downtrend. Um, right. So we're heading into 61 and a half, right? So that is the thesis for down below on the weekly chart. Um, we have very little in the way on a break of 63, right? So we've got the price down at the these were last month's lows, so we pierced those already. Okay, that is we've opened the day below we're at the weekly lows for the open, right? So, but we actually had a little 63 hour opened a pip lower. Friday we closed down. We struck a low of 63.54, right? So that is the line in the sand for today. We can get through 63.50. We are off to the races on the downside. Okay, so there we go on the weekly outlook. We've got resistance. Sorry, just to finish up, we have resistance in and around here. Let's have a look. Right, so if we simply draw in these, right, so that's where we're at on the. So we're in that box, and that box is around 65 pips. So if you were swing trading that, your reward on the downside is around 200 pips. All right. So that's a nice what? So 1 to 4 is the reward. Holy smokes. Yeah, okay. 1 to 3, 3.5, 3.5, 4, whatever you want to call it. I'd say be in there. Right. Now, clearing up the chart, on the other hand, if we were to see a reversion, and if the thesis about the US dollar was wrong, a break above 64 will open risk up to 65, 70, 80, 50, 65, 25 in this sort of region. And you've got your resistance potentially over there for a 68, 62 retracement. All right, so that's the outlook for the weekly scenario. But we could easily see a correction and move lower. However, we will not see anything of such a move until this week's CPI. US dollar could come under pressure if that were to disappoint. I should imagine pretty significantly, as the Fed pivot sentiment will be back on the cards. So keep that in mind. Now, on the daily, we've got this sort of double top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 top, if you want to call it that. And we've got this resistance. We could see a 38.2 retracement into test that, and then the push lower, like so. On the 4-hour chart, there's that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 resistance all the way over here, despite the break of this trend line resistance. It's collapsed, peak formation, move into the lows, consolidation, breakout traders in the market. I'm suspecting we're going to see some heat put into these breakout traders from Friday. Those that are at break even, stop losses. I think that could eventuate in that scenario here. If not, we'll just see this continue lower. On the hourly, now this is all real guesswork at this stage, really, but you've got the price here, which is attempting to move lower, could find support in here. You've got this first level of resistance, then up here, double tops, then you've got the 64.5 area lining up there. So you've got the confluences here, and so forth. So that's the structure on the way up, but bearish at all these levels for a bearish thesis lower. So the strongest of confluences with the 61.8 of this bearish impulse, the hourly bearish impulse, a correction into the 61.8 could be the most likely scenario for lower. That's in highlighting that with a more prominent bearish arrow. On the macro, we've had services coming from China over the weekend poor. That goes against a backdrop of equally poor data from prior in terms of manufacturing and services. And then looking ahead, you've got the RBA speech after their surprise dovish return to its business as usual approach of 25 basis point hikes. So markets will be keen to hear if the central bank has any plans to pause in its hiking cycle, despite inflation being at a 21-year high. However, there are those out there that are skeptical as to the expectation for the RBA to hold. You've got analysts here at TDS saying that they think that's misguided. They're sticking for their call that the RBA are going to hike the cash rate to a terminal rate of 3.6% by March of next year. But personally, I am, sticking with the sentiment that the dollar will stay strong, and that is going to be potentially pushing the Aussie over the edge this week. Time will tell. We've had this what do you call it? Consolidation. You've got this sort of coiled up market. I don't see prospects of the move up. If it's going to burst one way, it's to the downside. But you never know. So that's why we're keeping an eye on these levels. But a break below here, I'm selling all the way.